To Syria now, where authorities say they've stopped an attempt to smuggle a large shipment of weapons to Hezbollah from Iraq. The Interior Ministry says specialised units intercepted the shipment at the border crossing between Syria and Iraq. They uncovered long-range missiles and drones inside a vehicle en route to Lebanon destined for Hezbollah. Hezbollah denies any activities in Syrian territory. Well, Heidi Pett has more from Fraun in southern Lebanon.
This seizure by Syria is part of a broader reshaping of the region that has occurred over the last couple of years, particularly the fall of the Assad regime in Syria. It used to be a very popular land route for Iran to traffic weapons and cash to its partner here in Lebanon, Hezbollah. They went from Iran across Iraq through Syria and then here into Lebanon. And under the Assads, they had very little trouble with that. But since the new president, Ahmad al-Sharaa, took power in Syria, he has been cracking down on that cross-border smuggling. This isn't actually the first time that they've made announcements about having prevented this. In fact, not long after the war broke out here again in March, he announced that his authorities had located and managed to destroy tunnels in the mountains between Lebanon and Syria that Hezbollah had been using to traffic weapons. And the drying up of that route has proved to be a difficulty for them here in getting resupplies of weapons, of cash that would ordinarily be making their way here in southern Lebanon, that they would be using to fight against Israeli military who are positioned on the hills. Just behind me here, you can see the parts of southern Lebanon that the Israelis are continuing to occupy. Now, President Ahmad al-Sharaa in Syria is under a lot of pressure to take even more action, in fact, not just stopping the smuggling routes, but in fact, the US President Donald Trump is putting a lot of pressure on him to intervene militarily here inside Lebanon. Up to this point, he has resisted that pressure. He said that it's not something that he's interested in. Hezbollah, for its part, has denied that it is active on Syrian territory, and it has described these allegations as fabricated. Heidi Pett, Al Jazeera, Fraun, southern Lebanon.